Long before the Maya built their soaring pyramids, before the Aztecs marched across the Valley of Mexico, and long before the Inca carved their empire into the Andes, there was another civilization older, more mysterious, and in many ways far more influential. The Olmecs, often called the mother culture of Mesoamerica, emerged thousands of years ago along the humid Gulf Coast of present-day Mexico. In a world of swamps, mangroves, sudden rivers, volcanic ridges, and thick rainforest, they are often introduced in textbooks as pioneers of organized religion, writing, trade, and ceremonial architecture. But their true story is far stranger, deeper, and filled with mysteries that archaeologists are still trying to untangle. Imagine a civilization so early in the timeline that it rose before 1200 BC, yet so advanced that later civilizations seem to borrow, inherit, or echo its ideas for centuries. This is the world of the Olmecs and ancient culture, whose influence still whispers through the stones of Mesoamerica. To understand their rise, imagine traveling back more than 3,000 years, to a landscape where the land was both generous and dangerous. Rivers like the Coatzacoalcos and Tonala carried fertile sediment from the highlands, creating rich floodplains perfect for farming maize, beans, squash, and cacao. But these same rivers could swell without warning, drowning whole villages. Volcanoes loomed in the distance, and earthquakes rattled the land without mercy. Yet the Olmecs not only survived this environment, they mastered it. Their earliest settlements show irrigation canals, raised fields, and drainage systems that reveal stunning engineering skills for such an early period. They transformed a wild, unpredictable landscape into a home suitable for urban life. Their cities are some of the most enigmatic places in the ancient world. The first true Olmec center, San Lorenzo, rose around 1200 BCE, long before the Maya erected stelae or the Aztecs built Tenoch. At Tizate, San Lorenzo was a marvel of organized labor. Archaeologists believe the Olmecs moved millions of tons of earth to reshape the natural plateau into terraces, plazas, courtyards, and artificial mounds. The city even had sophisticated drainage systems made from carved basalt stones, a feat unmatched in the region for centuries. But the most iconic symbols of San Lorenzo are the colossal stone heads. La Venta became an even greater ceremonial capital, filled with towering clay pyramids, elaborate plazas and sacred spaces aligned with celestial events. The Olmecs worshipped a pantheon of gods that combined human and animal traits. The were-jaguar figure part human, part jaguar appears in carvings, sculptures, and offerings. Many scholars believe the jaguar represented power, fertility, or a bridge between worlds. Their belief system may have included shamanism, blood rituals, and myths of cosmic creation similar to later Mesoamerican stories. And then there's the mystery of their greenstone offerings. Archaeologists uncovered massive caches of polished jade, serpentine figurines, axes, beads, and mosaics buried carefully beneath floors and plazas. These were not random offerings. They were arranged with precision, sometimes in patterns that resemble cosmological maps. The jade itself often came from faraway highlands, showing that the Olmecs maintained vast trade networks stretching across Mesoamerica. But perhaps the greatest mystery of all is the question of writing. At Cascale, a stone slab was discovered with symbols arranged in a sequence, unlike any other found in Mesoamerica, dated to around 900 BCE. It may represent the earliest writing system in the Americas. The symbols are strange. Some look like insects or corn ears, others like abstract shapes. The order suggests grammar, structure, intention. If this truly is writing, then the Olmecs didn't just influence later cultures. They invented literacy long before the Maya developed their glyphs. And this opens a bigger question. How much of later Mesoamerican identity, religion, politics, mathematics, astronomy started here? By 400 BCE, the Olmec centers began to decline. La Venta was gradually abandoned. Smaller settlements continued for centuries, but the vibrant heart of the civilization dimmed. Yet their culture didn't disappear, it flowed outward, like a river branching into new currents. The Zapotecs, Maya, and other later civilizations adopted many Olmec elements. The ball came the sacred calendar, monumental stone carving, rulers depicted with divine attributes, and architectural alignments with the cosmos. Even the concept of a world tree, a symbolic axis connecting heaven, earth, and the underworld found in Maya and Aztec beliefs may trace back to Olmec myth. The Olmecs left no single grand city preserved behind stone walls. Their architecture, built largely of clay, melted back into the earth. Their villages vanished beneath floods and jungles, but their monumental sculptures survived, defying time itself. Today, when you stand in front of an Olmec colossal head, you feel an uncanny sensation. Not just awe at the engineering, but the sense that you are staring into the face of someone who lived 3,000 years ago, someone who ruled, dreamed, feared, fought, and loved in a world long gone. It is a direct human connection across millennia. In the end, the Olmecs remain a paradox. They were advanced yet invisible, influential yet mysterious, foundational yet still largely unknown to the modern world. We know they shaped Mesoamerican civilization, but we don't know why they declined. We know they built colossal monuments, but not how they transported them. We know they worshipped powerful deities, but not the full stories behind them. And this is what makes their stories so compelling. It is not only a history, but an ongoing mystery, one that invites us to imagine, question, and rediscover the roots of the Americas. When the jungle winds blow across San Lorenzo and La Venta, they carry with them the faint echo of the civilization that came before all others, the Olmecs, the first civilization of the Americas, whose legacy refuses to fade.